I wake up in the middle of the night. I got another one for him.
Yeah. We're on SAS'PRILLA's front end today. We're spitballing ideas. 46 is kind of a tough one for a front bumper. Customer really like to have a bumper on the front of this thing. They'd like to have protection. They'd like to have a little extra bright work on the front. Coming up with some ideas today, hopefully.
Yeah. And the original one is just kind of it's got a radius this way and a radius that way. You come out about almost a half a foot or so.
This thick.
If they don't go with this shape, they really don't even have a V in. So these trucks look so much better without a front bumper, but we want a front bumper on it. It needs a front bumper, so we're going to be spitballing a front bumper.
Right. This is something just to get an idea on the front of the truck. Came up with a little bit of a Nerf bar. It's got a kick up in it, a V spreader bar on it, and it's something. It's not the one.
Rob remembered he had
Out in the shed, I've got a set of, Jess tells me, 60s Corvette bumper. These just showed up with a project I had about 2 years ago. I had no plans for them. We kind of hold them up here, got some maybes.
We should take this off and see how it fits.
Let's do it.
Oh man!
Everybody has a bad idea. Fitting the bumper, take 64.
So this needs to be straight with the world here. So if we was to take that, cut it down to about here, that would actually narrow it here. Then, after you come around this corner here just a little bit, this may have to be manipulated, but cut this off, take this section right here, and then tie it into this one after this is straight. And this part can be kind of put in the middle here and go down and back to small. A lot of slicing and dicing. You ready to cut up an original bumper?
Hell yeah, we are. That's what they're for.
Yeah, let's do it.
You Corvette guys, hide your eyes.
I'm a Corvette guy, and that doesn't bother me at all. Let's do some slicing. We're going to want to retain as much of this as possible. This will end up curving eventually this way right away. You want to keep some of this in there?
No, we'll do it like we did the back, and we'll just box the back side.
So
it makes a nice mounting plate.
What we can do is we can come into it right about there. Cut it right through here. What that does is that gets it started here. We may have to do something in here to pull this in.
Yeah, so we don't have a jag.
We're going to want to eventually cut it through here so it's that height.
Correct.
I don't think we want to be out in here, do we?
I don't think so.
We won't go too far. So whatever's left here, so there's where we're going to whittle this thing up. Why don't we just cut these here off to begin with?
Yeah, let's get a rough cut and then sneak in on it.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at how far back this pie cut is right here, so it's going to make a pretty hefty flat area. I wonder if instead of one big pie cut, you take and make several single width cuts and then pull that around. That's kind of how I did that back bumper.
Yeah.
Instead of taking it all in one spot, we can take it progressively, maybe across an inch, and tack it back together.
Absolutely. You're going to have to keep this curvature down here working
right.
too.
That's kind of where that would just cut to where you're almost, maybe a half inch from the end.
Okay.
Bend it in, reshape it.
Okay.
I just want that to flow nicely into the rest of it. We're pretty sure we could take the end off right here. We'll just start there. Can't wait till we got two of these.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so
Like a saber-toothed tiger.
next, this is a pretty conservative cut. I think we can go ahead and make
Oh, you just want to go ahead and cut all of that off in one
all
shot?
that off.
Okay.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
this is going to work, we got to get this original bumper bracket out of here. It's kind of right in the way of where we're going to curve this end at. So we're going to take the pliers and see if we can get the majority of it out, whittle it out from there.
How many tool changes? You ruined all the chrome. That was like 60 years old.
Right, still in perfect condition.
So you say you're going to try to keep that all in one piece instead of cutting it off. You're
Correct.
going to go ahead, and the idea is to just whittle it. That way that whole factory line is the same. It's just...
Yeah, we'd like to turn this end right here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we could do it two ways. We could go, we could just cut it off like that, make a wedge shape,
Yeah, that's not
pull
good.
it together. It's going to make a sharp edge right out on here.
Right.
So rather than doing that, we'll just take, let's say we make 4 slices that go maybe one here, one here, one here, and one here. We won't go all the way through. We'll stop them before the end. We'll pull it up, close it up back here at the back and see how much that moved it.
Right.
And then if that's not enough, we'll just cut those same lines again.
Yep.
Just keep chasing it.
Yeah, cut this end of the line and this side just keeps coming together.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And so the idea is that this, hopefully this nose
Right.
won't be a jagged edge.
No, it's just going to be smooth as silk.
Let's do it.
All right.
See now how we pulled that
Oh,
center?
yeah.
Pull that around to where all of our cut marks are pulled together.
what you did on the rear
Some,
bumper.
I'm sure it's not nearly enough.
Yeah, you just have to sneak up on it. You don't want to take too much out. Yeah, I love it.
Go back in and cut them again.
Want to go test fit it to see how close
See how
we
much
are?
we've moved.
Oh yeah, there's a long. You got this much, probably 20 degrees to go.
I think
so.
I'll take a little more aggressive where they're just
Yeah.
a width. I'll take a
Yeah.
slice out of each one of those things.
Okay.
If we go too far, we'll have a gap to weld up.
This will come this way, an inch or two, which will end up making that perfect.
I think this is probably going to end up getting sliced something like that. It's going to
Here,
rotate
so-
our bumper more, and it's going to make this need to move.
We had to cut all that off of there before we could sneak up on it with our lines.
I wonder if we shouldn't be cutting that line. Like say, as this gets cut off, this bumper's going to turn into it. I think we'll probably end up taking maybe a little bit more of this cut there and see what it looks like.
There it is. Oh my gosh,
It's starting to look like something.
it's really close.
No longer looks like a Corvette bumper. Some movement that time.
Oh yeah.
My angle, I can't tell how far it needs to go. so.
You're getting there. You're about halfway there. So whatever you've taken out, probably need to go some more. You're probably 2/3 way there now.
Really like how that is dying into the fender there.
Oh, I do too. You're getting there. And then we're a little long, aren't we?
I think it's going to have to probably rotate this thing back. We'll have to whittle it in. Does it look bad rolled down like that, or does it look better like that?
I'll have you look at it.
Amazing. Isn't that cool? I think it can go a little bit more, all right. I like this, but this needs to come down, so we may have to pie cut this some.
bring this way.
Roll this in a little bit.
Yeah.
Give this a little bit more curve.
Yeah, if you took more of it here, you'd end up thinning this down, so you're better off to roll it this way.
I like this a lot. I think there might be something there too. We'll have to play with that.
Yeah.
One more,
Yep.
just a narrow whack, twist that just a
I
little
think
bit
so.
more.
Do the same thing here to pull this way?
Yeah,
It's
just
the
have to,
same
probably have
trick.
to come down to probably, and we just do it along the length of this thing here so it brings it
This
around
way?
gradually. Yes. gonna be a lot of welding.
When you did this one, you cut it like this, right?
Yeah, the reason I did that was so I could keep my bend out on this corner.
Right.
But we're here, I don't really want the bend in one spot. I want it along. Yeah, I want to just make a little extra curve to it.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. She's got the shape, that's for sure. Now you wanted to do this one before you go anywhere this way, so.
I think, yeah, probably the next thing, if we're happy with this, we'll go ahead and tack weld all these ends together.
And then maybe we'll cut this off, trim this back a little bit. Pretty stinking close
It's
on
not
the first
terrible.
shot. We're a little close here, but
Right.
we're pretty good.
I like how this disappears into this. It'd be nice if this would disappear into it too.
Yeah.
We could get that by just trimming the back upper corner here and rolling it down. Or
It almost looks like we
That would roll
went
it
the
down.
easy way. I'd say what you did here, in maybe a different fashion, to be able to pull that down to be better.
oh, that's gonna be cool.
Okay.
Just get the transition between those two.
Yeah, you want it to look as smooth as if it was stamped.
I'm gonna tack those two together and then knock it down to catch that other one. Happy?
Nice.
So we want to start pulling some curve into this now.
Right.
Nothing to do it but to do it.
Time for the death wheel again.
Death wheel.
Oh.
Got a little bit. Obviously gonna need a lot more.
Oh yeah. You're just getting started, I think.
Help you hold it. Yeah. Put a bunch of pressure on this lower edge to pull that together. Oh, right here. I just need to get a little tack on that lower edge there. Yep, that's it.
Much?
Quite a bit of curve out there. There was straight. Let's see.
Yeah. Check it out. You're nailing it.
Like pretty good, isn't it?
Wow. That thing was long and then all of a sudden it just tucked right up.
Now we just need to do a little scribe around this thing. And you can see where that notch is about 2 checks back.
When you look at that, yeah, pretty smooth.
So we're gonna have to have a hole through the fender or a brace to go back.
No doubt about that.
Which is fine. I think there's enough that we can get past the
Big
tires.
long and triangulated one over here by the rack.
Finally,
Yeah.
an idea like. I think we've spitballed ideas on this front bumper for 4 different nights. Still a little proud right there.
The shape that's here, I think was going to follow suit to whatever we do here. You know, we need to put a level line in here. And then once you build your brackets, then this here, you can do whatever it needs to make sure that it looks like it's all perfect.
Well, maybe next is find our level line maybe, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Figure out some way to hold this thing on the body so we can step back from it.
Just tack it.
Just tack
It's part of the fender.
it. Or if I weld a little plate across here with a stud on it, put a something on the back side.
Yeah, so just following this line right here and then where it hooks right there, just run it out to that right
So that must be looking pretty good.
there. Yeah,
I'm putting a piece in here.
it would be good to close that up.
Yes, I did on the back bumpers. I just filled in, I made a plate that went all the way across, made the back flat. The mounting surface for brackets.
Going back to preserving these bumpers.
I don't like that idea.
Yeah.
Scrap. I think I feel pretty good about this. Yeah, this is it. Well, let me trim that up a little bit. I think maybe make some temporary brackets, figure out where we can put a hole through here for a mounting bolt. Maybe something there. Yeah, it's better.
Looking good under there. Yeah, there's a bit of a gaping hole, but that's not going to be that big a deal to fill
No,
in.
it just needs some metal put in it.
Yeah. You know, I actually like this contour there. Not so much that line right there, but I like the bump to it.
So here's where the bumper is. Let's make a bolt hole behind the bumper here.
Okay.
Pad right there with my crooked ass left-hand lines.
Do you want to cover up this whole line here and then redo your hole?
I'll just get rid, so it looks like that's all one piece.
Just a thought.
Does it look any worse up higher like that?
I don't think you want to go all the way to the grill.
Versus that.
This is on plan, and this is right over the hole, where this is over the line. We can actually cover the line, and you can redo this hole.
I think I like it down where we are.
Okay.
And we might do the same thing. Part of the problem I have, you see how this center line isn't centered?
Oh.
This
yep.
is moved one way or the other, so I've got to actually redo those anyhow.
Oh. So you're thinking maybe take this sheet metal and come this way and put your seam underneath it.
Yeah.
You could have a bolt together here, a hole here and a hole here, for instance, and then have your bracket in between and get rid of this line altogether.
Right.
It is kind of a custom truck after all, right?
Yeah, yeah. If you're ordering by the part numbers, it's not going to work out.
Yeah, this doesn't have to be a factory seam. Because it would be a shame to put this all right here and then have this line right here when this line could be moved over, right?
Yeah, and this, if we're going to leave this bump, it could be part of this panel.
Yeah, when you go like this whole thing could be the same shape as that. That's what I was referring to. This could come over and then kind of come down, and then your seam is at the very bottom of that.
I like it.
I love it. I love it a lot. Yeah, so then you just put this wherever it looks best, and then you just relocate that.
Yeah,
Close
as I
it up a
move
little
that
bit.
to the right, this goes to the right too.
Yep.
If I move my seam over to here, all you're going to see is that last little bit right there.
Right.
So I'm happy with those.
Yeah.
Bracket there, hole here.
So you're just going to knock a little hole there, put a tab here with something to bolt to or something?
Yeah. Just
Cool.
so we can hold it up there and go on the next step.
Okay. All right.
Live from New York. Okay.
Oh, you got the other side made up. Nice.
I got it kind of caught up. Rinse and repeat. It worked out pretty good.
I got that one little seam there, and just a little bit of color showing through here.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah. You try to make it mimic the shape of the tusk.
These are what came off of the side.
Yeah, this is the end piece that were to curl around the body of the Corvette. I wonder if we can come out below.
It might be at an angle, and it might be straight.
Do you want it to get fatter in the middle, or do you want it?
Well, we were actually talking about it going kind of almost one round.
Utilize that curve so it looks seamless.
Kind of like that. Should we cut these off to start with?
Yeah, I think it obviously needs to be thinned out some.
Yeah, a little bit, right? Yep.
This line here, yeah, let's do that.
You know, I like the idea of this having a roundness to it, but I also like the idea of it having a peak to mimic this angle right here. Just hope we have enough here. We may have to go really small here to make that happen. I think once this is in here, we just need just a little bit of something in the middle that mimics that. We got to cut this off to begin with, get these together, maybe have a straight on line.
I mean, that's headed straight out the rig. We probably could cut that tit off of both of these too, couldn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What do we think about nipping this end off right here?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we gonna weld this in, or you think you want to put a bolt through the...
I would say flange and bolt it. It's just gonna be a lot easier for rechroming.
Uh-huh.
No, and then when you cut it, I would cut it this way a little bit.
Yeah.
That angle.
It's definitely going back this way some, so I'm run it down like that.
Here's what I'm thinking now. The smaller this is, then the more this is going to be able to have a peak. The more you cut off of here, the more this is going to come together and actually have a radius here.
Yeah, they could always add some material back here if we wanted to. If we decided that was too small.
Right.
We could add to this lip.
This isn't much of an angle. I bet you that might be about, I don't know, 5 degrees off of 180.
Right. And if we ran out of it, I can add a peak in there. I think we're going to end up with one that's almost perfectly round here. I don't know if that's going to be a bad thing.
What's the next cut then?
We just need to pull a line straight out from that center.
Yeah, and I think it really needs to be like this. I just know that when it's straight, it doesn't look right.
You split the difference a little bit there. Bring your outside down the middle of that cleat.
Okay.
I think it's too prominent. My first reaction would be.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You make this a thinner bar, so it's
Yeah.
not so thick in the middle.
Uh-huh.
It's more just a slender.
What do you think?
I think you're right.
Looks too heavy in the middle, like it wouldn't hold us up. I think more or less what I was trying to get is this this margin be about the same all the way through.
Okay.
Just
So
open.
we're going to have to pull that down a little bit. Is that going to be a problem?
Yeah,
That thing's got some serious curve to it, which really doesn't match this.
This is damn near straight.
It is.
And so in that sense, it's kind of cool to use these tufts. But in that sense, if you wanted that to follow, we could almost just bend up this piece instead of trying to use this.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it on the press brake in there.
Okay.
And this is short enough, I should be able to do two
Yeah,
pieces.
because you're only talking
Yeah.
14 inches or so.
Yeah.
Okay. And just mimic this contour. You don't want to just scratch it?
I would if it would.
Look at that.
Alright, let's trim that off. Sing Mark kid over there.
Okay.
Is he singing in there?
I don't know. I like.
Sing it louder, Nate.
What?
Sing louder. We can't have music because we get in trouble with YouTube, but if you sing, we're safe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so go ahead, tear it up, buddy.
Take this job.
Yeah. Well played.
Oops.
Yeah, you got Jeff's laughing, now he can't hit the mark.
Yeah. Yeah. I went all blind.
Sing it, Nate! Sing it!
Sing what?
Sing it! Oh yeah, take this job and shut it. No! Yeah, this one's welded together better than the other one.
Aha! Look at that. There's no restoring that bumper to original.
Yeah, restore that to its original glory, you did something.
You'd be like, where's all those pieces at? Everywhere.
A little of this action. I don't know, you think there's anything there? We spinning our wheels here.
I don't know. Maybe it does soften the front of the truck a little bit because it's round.
Right.
And it might be where you guy can put just a little bit of a peak in there. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, you know, I could even do a little additive manufacturing and put a little peak in there. It wouldn't have to be much. If I hold that about like that, can you get us a center line on both these pieces?
You might do this one on that one and this one on that one, and we can sneak up on it.
Take our grindings off the outside. Maybe there isn't going to be any.
Yeah, there's a big gap here, so unless the person added something, we already took all that off.
Yeah, we got to change this angle a little bit.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
just
and
a little long is why.
Yeah, and if you did go in, what's going to happen is this is going to end up having a butt cracker.
Which I'm not too scared of. We can make a slit, pull it out. I think we need this shape in a straighter form.
Yep.
It does this like we like.
It was worth a while to try that.
Yeah, not feeling it though.
No. So you want to go about half or 2/3 of this thickness?
Yeah, So it's like this.
So whatever that is,
That's 2 inches, let's say.
see there.
2 inches.
Put 2 of them that are straight, and then they're 14, 15 inches long to start with.
Yeah,
That's 13.
not far off. There's some curve there, but it's not much.
It's gonna look a lot better with a peak and straight, because this is straight here and then it just wraps around. It's all the same program.
Yeah.
And then
Okay, so we're thinking here, we're just gonna take some of this, probably, I don't know, we got 60 thou aluminum here, and we're just gonna break it on the big break and get a piece that we can put in between those bumpers.
And you're gonna do something similar to this?
Yeah, to kind of have this same shape, maybe not so much this one, but maybe on the bumper at peak.
Oh, this shape right here you're talking.
These ones are actually quite a little bit flatter out there.
Yeah.
And I like this sharper, it matches the back better.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick mock-up here.
Yeah, this is flat on the top, and then it's got that curve on the bottom, which kind of was what we were talking about here. But this one's a little bit more broad, so.
Yeah, we'll see if we can't fake that a little bit, just for get some eyeballs on it.
Okay.
Start our bend right about there. Pretty intense in that area. And then give it just a little bit of curve out here. The bottom of this kind of has a little bit of belly to it. When we get down to these ones, we'll have to tighten it up some. Corvette bumperish.
Yeah, nice.
Throw a little belly in the middle of this if there's enough. I got a little bit of belly out of it. Yeah, that looks bumperish.
What do they call it when you're doing a trial for style?
Mock-up.
The mock-up. The mock-up trial for style.
When we do it out of 10 gauge, you'll have to do this part. I'm not strong enough.
Dude, I'm an old man.
That shape would be somewhere.
Is that supposed to be a straight line?
Yes.
Bandsaw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look at that.
Got stuff?
It might be just perfect. Probably need to do some marking now.
Yeah. What we gotta take out of this? Not much. Let's see. I really think we just need to take about pretty much out. There's a little downward V stretched into it.
Yeah.
My aluminum magnet to put on there.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a little something holding up.
Actually has a pretty cool view from here, from the side.
I kind of like how this juts out. It kind of almost like a wing comes back into.
I think it's one of those things you got to look at a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just let that sit on there for a couple of days and soak in, I think.
Right. When you look at it from way back here, it really becomes obvious how much that thing has to match the grill.
I think if this thing needs a little more V into the bottom of it. Come down in the middle.
I think so.
That's too extreme.
I would make it match. You actually went just a pinch too far when it yielded. It makes a big difference. It looks a lot more on purpose.
Take that up there. I want to hide the center very bad there. Let's see if we can keep our rotation.
Oh, this way. Okay, I see. Yeah, gotcha.
Nate's never struck me as a red solo cup kind of a guy. Forgot those are just kind of held on there with hopes and dreams.
All right. You almost have to snap pictures of it both ways. See how much that actually goes with the grill more?
It does. A lot more. I like it down low too.
And I hate to say it, but if that had a little bit of curve this way, just a little bit, it would give the grill the illusion that there's some curve to it. I know the grill is for the most part flat. Well, it does have some crown in it. And I think that the middle's got probably a little hook in here and there too. And so if we don't do that, it'll look manufactured.
Look odd from right here, doesn't it?
It does. But I think we're getting there.
I'm liking this down here.
Yeah. If you look at it from here, that looks good. It's going to be hard to outdo it with the Jester.
Gives you something to shoot for.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll let that soak for a couple of days.
Yep.
Jim will be in tomorrow. He's going to work on some of his wiring. Get his input, see what he thinks.
Yep. Well, it's got the full side-to-side, wall-to-wall treatment, and it's sleek.
Yeah, if you just cobbed on that original bumper, it looked like you got a snowplow up there.
Yep.
This doesn't look like a snowplow for sure.
No, not at all.
I wonder about curving this thing farther and trimming more of the bumper off and getting rid of this flat line here so that this line was tangent to the middle.
I think so.
We were just trying that on there around that bumper, but
Well, it was only because the bumper went down that far. And all you got to do is just whittle that bumper some more to bring that down. And it would actually thin this up a little bit. Yeah, I'll do it better.
still throws my eye off not being tangent to this arc right here. I think it ought to all.
Is this a straight line here?
My eyeball says it is.
That is.
Yeah, you can tell when they drew this line went to here. Then somebody come along and said we have to have a bumper. But they kicked rocks like I'm kicking rocks. They didn't want to put a bumper on it either.
No, I want a bumper. Hey, bumper.
So then they had to put that whole bump in there to get the bumper bracket in.
Yep.
Make it look better than that. You know, you see these things without bumper, they've done that. It looks pretty boring through there. I think this is the win here. Fix this. Maybe slim this up a little bit, get this plane horizontal, so it's in the same kind of plane as this is. I think that's important.
Yeah,
Make
that
these
has
two
to have
together.
it.
This has got to match, this has got to match this top here. I don't think this necessarily has to match because it ties in with this over here. But like I say, get a little bit of a convex to it.
So that's probably got a.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about what this shows too. Get that all welded together and then bring the whole shoot match out off the body a half an inch or maybe 3/4 or split the difference. So.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna see another one.
No. Like I said before, I've seen a lot of 46s, and what we're doing to this has never been done, ever.
Probably gonna figure out why.
Well, so far we've accomplished everything we ever set our minds to.
Right.
Or you have. I just draw pictures.
Accomplished everything you set my mind to.
I'm here for you, man.
Let's see that pull this off.
Yeah. I wake up in the middle of the night. I got another one for him.
Yeah. You gotta set the bar up so high you won't reach for it, but just out of his reach. That's how you get better at this stuff.
Hey, you're awfully noisy over there.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing a great job.
You saying you're noisy?
You guys need to stop for a second?
No.
No.
You're the only one that's making this place money.
Right. Right. Tell him that.
No, just kidding.
It's true, but we don't want to know.
Oh, okay. Edit that one out.
Yeah. Just because it's true doesn't mean you gotta say it.
No, Nate is a good kid, I tell you that. That's what he is. We'll have to edit that out. I don't want him to know that.
Yeah, right.
Ultimately, Jim and Nancy decided just to use the split bumper design. It matches the back, looks great, and we just wanted to make sure they had plenty of options. You don't know what it's going to look like until you mock it up. Thanks for watching Jester's Garage, SAS'PRILLA 7, butchering a set of Corvette bumpers for one custom 46 Chevy truck. If you like what you see on this channel, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And until the next episode, happy hot rodding and God bless.